Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to another visit to the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny fun.
And welcome back to the Baseball Head 3, and hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button so we're back here discussing the insane asylum, the nervous hospital known as WFAN. And as I do this video the night before the big day with Craig Carton returning to WFAN, we're going to talk a lot about it here in this video. And again, if you like all the videos, you see all the videos on the channel, a lot of videos for WFAN, they are a great subject because people are very interested and nobody else does it, as far as I know, on a regular basis. And I love doing it. And we have a lot of fun here. So you want to hit that subscribe button. I'll get you everything you want. So they will get themselves in hot water. They'll get themselves in controversy. They'll say stupid things. And we'll laugh at all of it. We'll make fun of all of it. But obviously the big day is January 5th. They're going to roll out. They're going to push out. They're going to poop out. Their new lineup, constipatedly, that's not a word. Their new lineup starting at 10 a.m. with uneven Evan Roberts and his husband Tiki Barber with their sidekick, the side spud, the side dish, Sean Marash, and that'll be, well, we'll see. And then of course from 2 to 7, they'll drag out Craig Carton, who got canned, got fired, got eliminated. Well, not eliminated. That's a little too far. Got told you fired. He was told he was fired from Fox, and he's going to be on from 2 to 7 with Chris McMonagle, aka the Psycho Killer, and then they'll have him on. Hopefully not. And that show, by the way, is not going to be telecast on anywhere on TV. That's the most interesting thing that no one's talked about. Is that that show was not, that show, Evan and Tiki and Evan and of course Carton and Roberts were on SNY. That show, they're not simulcast. I don't know what's going to happen there with SNY, but if we have news there with SNY, we will report on it. Not that I'm a reporter here at the Baseball Hut. And then of course, I don't know I know on Monday they're going to have James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks and the owner of the New York Rangers. The Knicks have played great, although they've been struggling lately. They've had some injuries. They're struggling a little bit with their defense. And they'll talk about just sort of, I guess, the philosophical side of what's going on there at the Garden. Knicks look like they're in great shape. They look like they have a chance to win a championship. Keep our fingers crossed that the black cloud of Joe Benigno doesn't ruin it for all of us. He is the black cloud, like that character on a Bronx Tale was a black cloud. He'd show up and everybody would bet the opposite. That's Joe Benigno. Now people have written to me, you hate everybody at WFAN. No. Just Joe Benigno. And of course it's 7 to 10 or 7 to 12, whatever time they tell him to get the hell out of there, is Tommy Lugauer finally gets a regular show. Because for whatever reason, I don't know if because Keith McPherson was doing some kind of community service for something that he'd done, or he says he left for his family, then he came back for a couple of shows, and now Tommy's going to go and he's going to do the show in his place. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if McPherson had done something, got stopped on, at a light, and then had to do some community service. Who knows? And he couldn't do the show from 7 to 12, but Lou Gower's going to go there. We'll see how that show, transpires. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we don't have any answers to the unknown. That's who's the overnight person. Who will be that person? Because obviously it was the Psycho Killer. It's scary to have. It's funny that he was on it it's scary that he's not on in the middle of the night. Because at least if he was on in the middle of the night, you knew where he was at all times. But he's not going to be on in the middle of the night. So people got to watch out after midnight. But anyway, This is from Radio Inc. And this sort of goes, this is more condensed version, a lot less entertaining version. New York City's WFAN welcomes back the icon, I added that in, Craig Carton for Afternoon Drive. After weeks of rumors, it's official. Craig Carton will start his third era with error. It should be error, not era. Error with New York City's WFAN in 2026. New York State Broadcasters Hall of Famer, but is making his return. How did he get in the Hall of Fame? Well, this standards must be very low. Is making his return to the station's lineup on January 5th to launch the Carton Show alongside the Psycho Killer. They actually wrote this? No, I didn't write this. I'm sorry. Chris McMonagle. Carton previously co-hosted Boomer and Carton from 2007 to 2017. And Carton and Roberts from 2020 to 2023 on WFAN. His career includes national TV hosting roles on Fox Sports 1's The Carton Show and Breakfast Ball, plus the podcast The Craig Carton Show via Fox Red Seat Ventures. He also hosts WFAN's Hello, My Name is Craig, a program about recovery and responsible gaming, and serves as a FanDuel ambassador. Let me get this straight. He still works for a gambling racket. You can't make this up. Also, they failed to mention in this that he served time in federal prison and was doing a program from his show in a cell with this one-man audience, Bubba. WFN has always been home to me, Carton said, except for that time that he was in the cell with that 400-pound black guy. Having the opportunity to return and rejoin the best sports talk station in the world is an opportunity I'm eagerly looking forward to and beyond excited for. Honestly, Chief Business Officer and New York Market President Chris Olivero said, Craig Carton's return reaffirms WFN's position as New York's premier sports destination for big personalities, compelling conversation, and highly engaging content that is difficult to ignore. With Carton back on the mirror, back on the roster, I'll get it right. Trying to make a joke and it just screwed it up. Anyway, WFN has a new weekday programming schedule. We went through that. We'll say this. WFN's weekday programming lineup will see several key moves. Uneven Evan and his husband Tiki, joined by their side spud Sean Marash, will move to a new midday slot, replacing and basically terminating Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata. They were quite the target. I mean, they were quite the subject, the two of them. I'm going to miss them forever. What a wonderful pair they were. The Coconut Head and the Spaz. I would mention Brandon Tierney has a YouTube channel that's doing really well. Oh, that's the thing about these guys that are in the media. Just put that name out there, and the sports audience will consume it. The Carton Show will air from 2 to 7, replacing Uneven Evan and his husband in Afternoon Drive. Afternoon hours with Tommy Lugauer were debuting evenings from 7 to midnight, succeeding Keith McPherson. Now, McPherson did not quit. He was not fired. He just walked away from the show. I don't know what happened there. Olivero added, all right, our 2026 lineup has familiar marquee voices all day and all night. I don't want to go that far. Guaranteeing that whenever you tune into the fan, you will be smack dab in the middle of New York sports culture. Now, what's interesting is that they stay away from certain subjects. I won't get into it, but they've never put it out what they thought about certain subjects, like men and women's sports. But we won't go there. That makes them very easy there at the radio station. But WFAN's we're gonna have a lot of fun. The one thing I've noticed over the years that I've done videos on WFAN, the views are very strong. Now people say, why are you doing these videos? Well, the views are very strong, and we've gotten a lot of subs over the first 2 months of this channel. This is the best channel I've ever done. And I can't thank WFAN and their insanity and their issues. I mean, their broadcasting over the years to help this channel. It helped me out for many, many years. They helped in the very beginning with the Baseball Hut, the original Prime Baseball Hut. They were very helpful in terms of bringing in views to the channel, getting people to watch. I would mention the Baseball Hut 2. The Baseball Hut 2 was meandering along, and then they helped me get monetized there. And they started ripping into Pete Alonso and ripping into the Mets unfairly. And they were slow to rip into them. I was ripping into them long before they were. But they were able to monetize the second channel, and they are building this channel. And that's what they say about YouTube. You focus in on a subject, you make it entertaining, you do 10-minute videos out of it, and your channel will grow like a mother. And this channel has grown like crazy. And I hope that you keep watching. I hope you keep subbing. We're going to get to 1,000 subscribers quickly. We're almost at 3,000 views. 3,000 hours on this channel. And once that happens, we'll get partially monetized with the 500 subscribers. We get to 1,000 subscribers, and the 4,000 hours of viewed watch. This channel will bring in some cash, and we'll be making money. I will mention that whenever I post a video on Facebook, it makes money. Yeah, I post it on there, and it makes a couple of pennies. And that's not a joke. I'm not joking. It really is 1 or 2 pennies. But it's something. And that'll begin the big day is on Monday. We're going to have a lot of fun. And thank you for watching this video. And of course, this is another and a long visit. The insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha. To the funny fun.